Fuck yeah, we're back, baby. My name is Coach Socks, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, baby, I'm excited to record today. In the last episode, we built up this colorful home, which didn't do too well compared to some of the other videos that we put up on the channel, so if you guys are wondering why this episode has taken so long to kind of get out to you guys, it's because I'm reconsidering things. I'm reconsidering my life right now. I'm considering giving myself more time to put together the episodes and to give you guys better quality content rather than just push things out, one video per week every Friday. I think we're going to go to an every other week sort of deal for a little bit. But in the last episode, we put together this wall of affirmations. So pretty much what you'll see is nice comments throughout this board, and it's just a little nice thing for me. So if you guys comment something nice down below, I will add it to this board right here. In real life, I have been spring cleaning or fall cleaning since it's the fall time right now, and pretty much I've been going around my apartment and I've been cleaning out, throwing away stuff that I don't need anymore, and kind of doing the same thing in Minecraft right now. One of the things that I've been cleaning up around the world are the pathways. I really prefer this mud path with the little, cherry blossom flowers on the ground a lot more than just a regular pathway. I don't know if I have one. Yep, so right up here, right by the friendly pine is what I had before around most of the world. Now I have this mud pathway with the cherry blossoms all around, and I think it looks a lot nicer. But I've just been going around kind of cleaning up things, working on side projects that I will get to in a later video, I think. But one of those things I've done in here is I've made the most efficient sugarcane farm known to man. Oh boy, the grand opening of the library. Oh my goodness, look at this place. It's not complete, but this is what I had in mind, guys. This little pixel art on the wall. This is what I wanted to do on all four of the walls on the inside of this. And so if you guys want your face pixel arted on one of the walls, comment down below and I will try my best at it. But look, this is my skin. See, it's my face. Today's episode is going to be really, really good. It's going to be a really cool build. We're putting in a clock tower. You might be wondering what's all this scaffolding doing right here. Pretty much what I've been doing is every time that I build something, I kind of want to see the size of it before I actually put it in where I put it. So that's a build tip for you guys. If you guys don't know if you want to put a build somewhere, just kind of put some dirt down or put some scaffolding down and go, okay, yeah, now I can kind of see the size of it right where I want to put it. The clock tower I thought fit really nicely with the library because they're kind of two municipalities, right? They're kind of, I don't know if I said that right. They're kind of like two very important buildings, and I wanted to kind of put them right next to each other. I don't know what's going inside the clock tower just yet, but I thought the theme of the two buildings went beautifully right next to each other. These are some of the build materials that we're going to be working with in today's episode. A lot of nether wood, a lot of acacia wood, and then also we're going to be using some terracotta and some green stuff. Oh yeah, baby. We're going to be testing ourselves as builders going forward. I want to become a better builder on camera in front of all of you guys. And this is a very, very good test because I never build with these colors. You guys see? This is my wheelhouse right here, like this color palette right here. This is what I like to build in because it's really easy to kind of just mix and match colors. It didn't take me too long to kind of come up with this build. This build, I built it 3 or 4 times in creative before I felt comfortable enough to bring it over into survival. And I think the final product came out really, really nice. Originally, I built it up a little bit taller. So I did downsize, I think 5 blocks, but I was like, okay, let me just downsize a little bit, put in a lot more detail, and it came out really, really nice. I even asked my friend who said, you need to start building bigger. He really liked the smaller one a lot better. So if that doesn't tell you anything, let it. But I'm so excited to put this build in, guys. So I've got this little copper block right here. I'm gonna sit on it and give you guys a countdown of the area. So in 5, 4, 3, 2. Perhaps I'm not that bad at this game after all, because this, I think that this is the most colorful I've gone in Minecraft. I don't, there's not a piece of gray on this build. Like, just the contrast of colors that we have going on with the build really makes everything pop a little bit more, and I love that. The roof pops from the orange pops from this, the white pops from the orange. Oh my goodness, baby, the colors, it looks amazing. This was a lot of fun working on and coming up with. Like I think I mentioned earlier, I built this up 4 times in creative just to make sure I like it. And I think I did it 4 times just because I do. I noticed too in some of my videos that I do, I kind of just throw the builds at you guys. I kind of just go, oh, here's the build and let's not talk about it. Let's just talk about how nice it looks. I actually, I think maybe I should break down my thought process a little bit more in how I decide how I'm going to do things, right? So let's talk about this build a little bit here because a lot of different stuff we can talk about here. So let's talk about this little purple patch right here. Like, and how did I come up with, why is that even there? Okay, so the whole build was originally just this, this gradient, this texture, whatever you want to call it. We start off with planks down here, then stripped wood, and then it kind of goes into a terracotta look. But I thought that the build needed broken up a little bit. Originally I had, I think, 2 windows. I added a 3rd one just to kind of make the build a little bit taller. But I added this purple spot just because I thought it made the build a little bit more interesting. I have no idea why that would be there, but I just thought it made the build look a little bit cooler. So what's going on here? I think this is blue terracotta. I know it looks purple, but I think it's actually called blue terracotta. Then we have the glazed terracotta, purple concrete, and just a little splotch of it, almost like it got dirty with beauty. I don't really know how to explain it. Similar thing down here, like the land is kind of coming up and creeping up on the build and kind of like taking over it a little bit, right? Like it's been here for a while, fuck me, right? These little stairwells right here. It's a very, very popular account that I follow on Instagram is Sword Shelf, something like that. He or she, I don't know. They're really good at doing this orange with blue combination, and I wanted to try that out with this build, and I think it came out really, really nice. That's kind of why I went with that design for these like little fire escape. I think that looks really, really cool. This build was mainly to kind of test me as a builder and play with color a little bit. And I think going forward, we're gonna really, really try to dig into the possibilities that we have with colors. So there might be some builds coming up that maybe are ugly. Maybe this one is really ugly. I think it, there's an argument for it, for this build even. It's ugly in the sense that like it just doesn't fit in with anything else that we've really done over here. So that's a challenge that I have, going forward is, okay, what do the other builds down here kind of look like? Oh yeah, that looks so cool from over here. I can't believe the view of this. This build just looks amazing from over here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for there to be more builds that you can kind of see the tops of them and stuff. But in the last episode, we talked about hyper detail style, which is what I think I am. If somebody disagrees, then you disagree, huh? But I was thinking about it a little bit. I've hyper detailed some areas, and other areas I have not. And I went back to the Gothic church actually, and I decided, you know what? Let's detail this bad boy up just a little bit more, and we can keep going back to it if we want to. But you guys will notice I added a little bit of moss to this roof in a couple different areas, a little bit of moss carpets from here and there. I changed out the windows too. So now it's just not just like a mud background. Now we have like this little archway, little overhang, little fence design, and this is probably my favorite update I made. I added a little bit of gray to the mud. I think that looks really, really interesting. Been playing with a lot of color lately, obviously. I really like it. I think a little bit of gray with the mud looks really, really cool. Just like if you did a gray build and added a little splotch of mud, same effect. I think I might like this a little bit better. Anyways, guys, I think that's a really good spot to end today's episode. I really appreciate you guys tuning into this week's episode. In the following week, we will be exploring a lot more with color. You guys can see I have the build spot picked out. I'll also talk about some of the changes I made to the monolith, and I will show you guys a farm that I've been working on for a while now. And with that, I will see you guys next week.